My next light in the Maya lights, and again, create, lights, double line, is the directional light. The directional light is exactly what the name suggests. It creates light pointing in a direction. The direction is the direction in which the arrows are going. This one sort of works with the Arnold renderer. It works, but perhaps not very well. However, the Arnold renderer is an IPR, and that is going to be a little bit easier for me to demonstrate with. So the directional light casts light in a direction. If I take it and I rotate it, you will see that the light goes in whatever direction the arrow is pointing. Nifty. They're pretty easy to work with. They're not great lights for high quality renders. The reason for that is very simply that the shadows are always going to be really hard. So if you're going for a specific shadow angle, I generally recommend that you work with an area light over a directional light, but if you just need to fill your scene with some illumination, the directional light might not be bad. If you do want to blur the shadows, you can. It's extra work and they are very hard to render, so I don't recommend it. Over in the attribute editor, you'll see that all I've got is color and intensity, so I can change the color, and it works just like the area light. I can change the intensity, so if I did want to use this as a fill light, I could turn the intensity down to something pretty low, and that would give me a lower intensity light. I'll turn that back up so you can see a little bit better, but in addition to illuminates by default, I have the ability to tell this light to either emit diffuse light or specular light. If I uncheck emit diffuse, you will see in my render, let's close that and see if the render paused. Nope. Generally, when I uncheck that, it stops emitting color. If I uncheck emit specular, it should stop emitting shine. This may only work with the Maya software render. We will try that out so you can see it. I will uncheck emit specular, and indeed I get a flat render. If I uncheck emit diffuse, should be a little bit darker than that. I think my render view is not happy with me today. The directional light also has a shadow section. You'll see that it emits two types of shadows, depth map and ray trace. Ray tracing allows for transparent shadows, so that's the one you want to use. If you uncheck this, you will be able to stop your shadow casting. Maybe you will. And down here there's also an Arnold section, which will give you the ability to do things like add color temperature, change the number of samples, and adjust exposure rather than intensity. It's probably not really worth it with the directional light. It doesn't have enough options to really make tweaking a great idea for you. You should know a little bit about the directional light because a lot of game companies like directional lights. They're really easy for games to process because they are really quick and super easy for game designers to edit. But lighting designers and special effects artists don't like them because they're very simple, they have hard shadows, and they can be tricky to make look anything like a basic directional light. So I will pause this video here, and when I get back, we will discuss the point light.